And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. It is Monday, September the 8th. This year's flying, isn't it? I was thinking the same thing. 56 right now. It feels wonderful outside. We've had the fog kind of break loose. It's clearing out, but a great day for us as we wait for a high of 85. Should be kind of breezy today. A few winds blowing around. Otherwise, perfect weather. Can't beat that. 56 now, 85 for the high. I feel good about that. Good morning to WMOX. We appreciate them joining us as well today as we begin this adventure together. We've got a few headlines that are shaping America we'll tell you about, plus your weather forecast, and then a big show coming up at 7 for the morning show. I hope you'll join us for all that. Let's go now out to Collinsville. We'll get a good word of the day. Let's go to First Baptist.
Hey, did you hear that God is a baseball fan? Oh yeah, man. In the big inning, God created the heavens and the earth. Yeah, a little dad joke for you there, right? Of course, that's a play off of Genesis 1:1, the very first verse of the Bible. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, it doesn't get more foundational than that truth right there. Now, that verse does two very important things. One, it introduces God at the very outset. He is the foundational truth of all Scripture. Two, we learn that God created everything. He created the heavens and the earth, and that's a way of saying He created it all. Everything has its beginning in Him. Now, sadly, so many people struggle to believe that God created the world. They want to attribute its existence simply to godless random chance, which is about as smart as believing a dictionary exploded and turned into a library, and then never questioning where the dictionary came from. Now, when we look at the world, it's clear the world has been designed. God's fingerprints are all over it. Look at the fine-tuning of the universe, for instance. Just a minute change in this or that direction, and life couldn't exist. Look at the irreducible complexity of so many systems in life. Right? Irreducible complexity means something is made of several parts that all have to be there and working together, or the whole thing doesn't work at all. A great example is your eyeball. Right? These complex systems couldn't have developed bit by bit over time. They must have been designed and created. Also, look at the beauty and the aesthetics of the universe. The universe doesn't just work, it's beautiful. From sunsets to galaxies, design goes beyond functionality to artistry. He delights in beauty and shares it with us. So the facts are in, and the point undoubtedly is that God designed it all. But we already knew that. The Bible says in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And that means, beloved, the world has purpose. You have a purpose. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. So may you live in that purpose. Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that message this morning. Always something good from Brother Ben. They'll be open on Wednesday there. Church coming up this Wednesday night. Hope you can drop by and visit with them. As we begin our headlines across America today, I doubt Trump reacts to this. I don't see him doing that, but I watched a video on TikTok this weekend. You would almost think that someone would go pay this guy a visit. He's threatening the troops, the National Guard, if they descend upon Chicago, saying that they would harm the Guard. Full-length video. Threatens them. We'll see where this goes, if anybody does anything, or if it's just pushed off as hearsay. Did you realize that the F-35s were deployed to Puerto Rico? They are really taking a stance on people bringing in drugs, the cartel, to America. That's the same ones that were deployed to Iran, that nuclear facility. So America taking steps. If you saw that video, what was it, last week, the week before, the boat that was going had 11 on it that they took out? It will get some attention, without a doubt. Auburn, Alabama. Did y'all see where this doctor was killed? She was out walking her dog. They've arrested a man and charged him, Rashard Danby. How awful that is. And I don't know all the details of this. I saw parts of it last week where Kristi Noem had done that interview on CBS. And sure enough, it was edited. What she said and what was played was two different things. And an effort to make things better, they're going to start putting the transcript up with this on CBS to to show that they're not doing it again. I'm sure they're doing this so they don't have to do another settlement with, like they did with Trump. Why they did it to begin with is, well, we do. It's to make somebody say something they didn't. Take out this part and you edit it and put it together and it sounds totally different. But they were caught at what they done on that. Gold. Do you remember last week when we said it set a record at $3,500 an ounce? Well, it's topped that. $3,600 an ounce if you're in the gold market. Boy, that's a lot of money. That is huge. What else we got going on? Only Trump can get away with this, and he did this on Truth Social. The headline reads, I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago is about to find out what's called the Department of War. And he released this. This is, it's cute. We'll show you that. That's the picture there Trump put out. There's only one Trump. And they are coming. It kind of goes with what I told you in the beginning there of people complaining, not wanting him to come. Of course they don't. They're getting away with everything. Yeah, the criminals don't want him there. We'll get to the arrest that crossed my mind there in just a moment there. They will not give names on this, but back in 2018, I believe was the year, two people were wired $100,000. One was wired $100,000. One was wired $250,000 from Jeffrey Epstein. It was in 18. They're not going to tell who it was. It does make you go, Yeah. That's what he just said. Who was it? But no names being released at this point. This is popularity. I just don't see it happening because with you take Mississippi, how they said they were going to do away with the grocery tax. And what do? They take it and they put it on gasoline tax. If you take tax away, they move it somewhere else and like a magical trick. Follow the cup. It's not here, but it's over here. That's the way the politician world works. At the end of the day, you're going to pay for it. But there's talk and more talk to where land tax sales will go away. Wouldn't that be nice that if you actually bought a piece of property, you never had to pay tax on it again? Let me tell you, it's expensive. I pay $6,300 a year for my house and my studio. Now, I don't own anything, do I? I don't. $6,300 in property taxes. That's stout. And most likely the Board of Supervisors are going to try to go up next year. I warn you. Y'all watch and see. Squat and watch, as they say. They're going to try to raise this even more. It will be pretty soon to where you just literally can't afford this. Spending money that you don't have senseless throughout the government. But they are trying this. Florida is the first to say, hey, we'd like to stop it. But there's some big magic trick. If it goes away there, it's going to come up somewhere else. Now, Trump is saying that this would be, the tariff taxes would cover it. They've seized many family farm due to this, of that tax that they hit you with, inheritance tax, where it's passed on to family members. Awful. Family places have been lost. It's had it for 200 years in their family, and it's gone because they can't afford it. It's a high cost of living. Let's hope that happens. But it's just like the tobacco money of Mississippi. Boy, we were going to do wonders with that, weren't we? Until all the politicians reached in and blew it all. They have a tendency to do that, don't they? Spend it, spend it, spend it. Tom Hanks, it's not known whether it's canceled or if it's postponed, but at West Point, he was going to receive an award that only a citizen gets for being an outstanding citizen. It's been postponed. He's not exactly a Trump fan, I don't think. Just saying. We'll see. Post office traffic has sank 80% after the extended exemption on low-value parcels. That's coming from these foreign countries, to where he put a tariff on that. Lowest we've had in quite some time there. Do you remember the guy, this was, I think it was 2 to 3 years ago, was if you're a pilot with an airline, you can hitch a ride with the airline that you work for at no charge. They'll let you sit in a jump seat. Mid-flight, this guy had done just that, and he reached over and tried to turn the engines off. He was arrested. He has been in court. His sentencing date will be later. He has been found guilty. They determined that he had been eating magic mushrooms before he boarded the plane, which made him do that. Puff the Magic Dragon is what comes to my mind. He will be sentenced later this year. There was a lot of people on that plane. I don't know whether you... It seemed like I brought this up. The Hyundai plant that was in Georgia. Somewhere between 300 to 475 people were detained. I believe it's 300 are going to be deported back to South Korea. Ruh-roh. Illegals working there. 300 people, that's a lot. Now, I just didn't get into it, but I do realize that there's other people that like this type of stuff. Movies that, well, don't quite fit my lifestyle. That would be first thing that comes to mind, Star Wars. I remember as a kid, I was more interested in going to see Smokey and the Bandit than I was to see Star Wars. It was all about the same time. But if you were a big Star Wars fan, you'll be delighted to know that Darth Vader's lifesaver, Saber, I said that long, didn't I?
Saber. Yeah.
Saber. Sold at auction for $3.6 million. That's a lot of money for that.
And it don't work.
It don't work. But again, I do realize it was a big movie, and it's a big thing. And I'd like to have Jimmy Stewart's autograph. I don't have that. And another General Lee. They're not quite worth that, but boy, that's a lot of money. Almost as much as a banana glued to a wall. $6 million? There's two people out there that are very happy this morning. One from Texas, one from Missouri. $1.8 billion they will split. No names have been released yet. They're too busy jumping up and down, shouting hallelujah right now, and rolling over going, I'm not going to work today. But you never know. They may never tell who they are, and they may not ever miss a day of work. They have told.
I think so.
Wow, that's but congratulations to them. I know that the odds were very slim, but as Odia said, somebody's got to win.
Somebody got to win.
And they have, two people, Texas and Missouri. And I forget how much the store gets, but they get a prize also for selling the winning lottery ticket. And it's a pretty good bit there. We have a Minnesota man leaving jail this morning. He's been there for 27 years for a crime that he didn't do. The key witness who said that he did it has admitted that, well, she killed the female. He's being released from jail immediately. Wow. Can you imagine? It happens a lot. I do believe in full-fledged capital punishment if there is actual proof. Has to be actual proof. Somebody's going to have to raise some money in Delaware. Well, that's what I'm talking about. They're in full-fledged trying to get the money together as Biden has chosen Delaware for his presidential library. His team will start raising money immediately to put it there. Want to make a donation, Odie?
No.
Yeah, Odie's not making a $20 contribution this morning. I tried, Joe. I tried. He didn't want to help out.
He won't.
They, and criminals sometimes don't think too well, do they? As a matter of fact, we're going to tell a story this morning where a shoplifter went into a store in Meridian, ran down the road, and locked themselves in a Wendy's bathroom. This is sort of the same, but this is in another state. It's similar, has a lot of similarities to where they went into a TJ Maxx store, stole about $2,000 worth of merchandise, and then drove down the road to a nearby Wendy's to get in line to order food. Cameras matched, and they were arrested right there in the drive-thru. They couldn't get away. Oh, y'all know how it is when you go through Chick-fil-A. Once you're in line, you're in line. No matter what the call you get, you're not going anywhere. Fortunately, at Chick-fil-A, you can get out pretty quick. Not so much there at Wendy's. You might be there a little bit longer, and it helped the police seize them. Wow, that was in Massachusetts. I wrapped that story up. We see it in Australia, Sydney. It always comes to mind, I don't like spiders and snakes, and I don't like sharks. A man has died after being bitten by a shark in Sydney, Australia. That'll keep you away from the water, won't it? Woof. This is horrible in Jerusalem at a bus stop. 5 people were killed. Numerous others shot. 5 died at the bus stop, minding their own business. Now, I think back to flower child people. And I know there's a few of you still out there that were in the flower child movement, the hippies. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Late 60s. Didn't like Vietnam, and they dressed funny and had a big concert up in, where was that at? They had that big farm. What state was it in? Well, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like Woodstock.
Woodstock, but I don't remember the state that it was held in for whatever reason. But the term LSD, I always associate that with the hippie movement. They're saying that LSD now, and they've been testing this, is potentially going to help people with anxiety. Now, I don't know if you've ever been around anybody that has anxiety. New York is what Carl says it was.
Bethel,
New York.
New
Woodstock,
York.
New York. Thank y'all.
Bethel, New York.
Me and Odie went blank on that of where it was at. But they're saying that LSD, given the right amount, as in a pill form from a doctor, could help those with anxiety. That stuff is serious. People feel like things are happening to them with anxiety. I've seen it. It's scary. Hope that works and they can get that into to work. Remember we talked about the wedding to where the people, me and Odie had never been to a wedding. They didn't take any money up at Greg's daughter's wedding this weekend to give to the bride.
He wanted to.
Greg wanted a donation to him. Yeah. Bless his heart. $60,000 was stolen from this wedding in New York as gifts to the bride and groom. They've arrested 2 people. Detectives were all on it. That's good. I'm glad they brought them. Those people needed their money back. Now, how much they actually recovered, I don't know. You know how cash seems to disappear. That's the way I see it there. Chrysler recalling over 91,000 Jeep hybrid SUVs due potential loss of drive power. If you've got one, call ahead and they'll check it out and see if you've got a problem there. Woodstock. Everybody knew that but us, Odie. I feel.
I just couldn't come up with it.
But seriously, I know that a lot of y'all love that music, but it just was not my particular. Jimi Hendrix was there, wasn't he? And I can't name a single Jimi Hendrix song that there ever was. Second time this has happened in Texas over the last few weeks at a bar yesterday afternoon. A man shot 6 people, 1 fatal. Second time in a bar. They were sitting out on the patio area eating, and he was there for several hours, went out to his truck, came back, and for no reason opened fire on him. I hope they put him away for quite a while. Now, I don't understand everything about the Catholic religion, but and what it takes to be, and I'm sure that there's a lot of you that know the answer to this, to become a saint. Pope Leo has declared the teen computer whiz Carlo Acutis the first millennial saint, and you can view his body. I don't, again, quite understand everything there is to know about that, but he passed away and has been now made a saint. And that's all I know about that. It's a big deal in that world. I don't understand everything there is to know about that. We'll be right back with your weather forecast. Lots more stories. We got a lot of local events that happened over the weekend. We'll tell you about all of that coming up. Scotty Ray and Odie here in just a moment.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop. Hope you enjoyed that. Let's get into the forecast now.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA.
Those record highs and record lows. 1980, it was 101 on this day. I think I was 11 years old, and woof, what a day it was. As we've got 1896 listed as the coolest day of the year on this day in history. It was 51 way back then. Now, today's going to be much better as we're looking at 56 right now, a high of 85 later. The wind's going to be, well, we've got 20-mile-an-hour gust expected by afternoon. Pretty much ditto for Demopolis, 85. They're a little warmer there in Tuscaloosa, dropping to 84 and 80 up in Hamilton, Alabama, 83 there in Gadsden. We'll even see 82 over in Auburn country. As we look at this, we're still kind of normal in the state of Mississippi. Some warmer weather trying to ease in around Vicksburg and make its way across from East Texas. We'll watch this closely. Here's our 7-day forecast today. Again, today rated at 85, 20-mile-an-hour gusts later this afternoon, but absolutely gorgeous right now. 56 as you begin your day. 65 for our low tonight. A little warmer as the temperatures start to climb. 88 tomorrow with a 10% chance of rain. By Wednesday, we're at 89. As the weekend approaches, Thursday, 91, 92, 91 on Saturday, and still holding steady at 90 on Sunday. It's going to be warmer over the weekend, not as pleasant as it is right now. We do have those, let me go back to this, nighttime lows in the mid-60s, pretty much steady across the board. As we get to Monday the 15th, it's even warmer, 95, 94. Then we'll start seeing a dip back into the 80s somewhere around the 20th of September. Ball games, you'll start having to wear some jackets as we near October. That's what we've got there. Some showers are starting somewhere around the 22nd, but mostly sunny up until then. They give you plenty of time to get your deer patches all broke up and everything good before October. As we look at our fishing forecast today, again, the wind's going to be north-northeast around 10 miles an hour with a gust around 20 miles an hour. Brought to you by our friends out at Clarkdale Superette with all your fishing supplies. Major times to fish today is going to be this afternoon. Let's call it 1 until 3 p.m. Good time to be there. Another hour's worth of good fishing will begin at 7:15 this morning through about 8:15. So if you're out fishing this morning, it should be good. Sunrise happened at 6:34 this morning. Sunset down to 7:09. Won't be long till we're in that 6 o'clock range where that sunset's going to be setting. Look at that. Now, as we look at our hurricane, there's absolutely nothing on the map for the next 7 days. That is good news. I'm glad to be able to tell you that. Let's go back to live radar and take a look at this. When we got here this morning around 3:30, it was lots of fog in the area. Since then, all that's cleared up. No fog in the state of Mississippi. There could be still some low-lying areas, but not like it was here. It was heavy here on the west side by Newton County and down around Clark. We are picking up a little bit over here west of Hot Springs, south of the Pines in Arkansas. And as we get into Knoxville, as up in here, Charleston, South Carolina, we do have some fog this morning. A little bit there around Charleston and a few showers off the Gulf of America. Corpus Christi, Victoria, Galveston, down in those areas there and south of Baton Rouge. Not a lot around the Mississippi coastline, but it could change as we watch that. Staying far away at this point. Looks pretty good across America right now. Gulf of America is all clear. We don't have any hurricanes brewing, thank goodness. But we've got that through November 31st, so we'll watch those hurricanes each and every day. Already 6:54. We've got coffee to make. Oh, what is that? Mark saying 55 in Conahatta this morning. There you go. All right. You got some miracles there. I like miracles. We'll be right back as we'll get your day underway. Thank you for spending part of your time with us. We'll get it all cranked up in just a moment here as we'll fire off the morning show. Join us, won't you? It goes live at 7. We can't do it without you. Join us, won't you? We'll be back shortly.